Word. Ooh. Oh, geez, I look terrible.
You hear us? Can you hear me okay, Will?
Yes, sir.
All right, if you could just recap the game itself, open it up with a statement, and then we'll have questions for you.
Well, didn't go how we wanted it to go today. We we were ready. We wanted to win this win more than anybody, and it just didn't fall that way. That's all I can do.
Thank you, Will. Our first question.
Hey, Will. Hey, Will. Tyler Martin of MSCentral.com here. You've been in Tuscaloosa for a few seasons now, man. What if this is the last ride for you guys? If you guys don't get into regional, what are you going to remember about this 2021 group?
Uh, just this is the closest knit team that I've ever been a part of. We are we're truly are brothers in each other's eyes, and there's just that, and there's just never a dull moment with any of them. You can guarantee that you're going to come to the locker room and laugh and have fun.
I think James is next.
Yeah, James Fletcher from the Tuscaloosa News. If you had to make your case to the committee on why you guys should be in the regionals, what would that be?
Uh, Definitely with the run we made this past week, I don't know for sure, but I feel like not many people were expecting us to make it this far, and we've shown what all we can do, and I like to think we make a good chance.
Do you have any more questions for Will? Hey, Will, I think we got it all, my friend. Thank you.
Sweet, thank you. Y'all have a good one.
What's going on? Just go right here. All right.
Can you hear us okay? Hey, Sam, can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
All right. If you could just open it up with a quick statement, recap the game, and we'll have questions for you.
Yeah, that definitely didn't go how we planned to go, but I mean, we fought the whole way. You know, no one thought we'd make it this far in the tournament, and we fought the whole year, and that's definitely not the way that we wanted to go out of the tournament. But I mean, we'll see what happens. So.
Okay, thanks, Sam. Our first question comes from James.
Hey, Sam, James Fletcher from the Tuscaloosa News. If you had to make the case for why you guys should make it to the regionals, if the committee were to ask you, what would you say?
I'd say, I mean, it's incredibly hard to win 14 games in this league. I mean, this is the best league in college baseball. And, I mean, it's happened before. Teams have won 14 games and gone to regional and gone on to Omaha. So, I mean, and it's especially with the injuries we've dealt with this year. And then, I mean, I know Tennessee just beat us, but we beat them 2 days ago, and they're a top 5 team in the country. I mean, some things haven't gone our way, but, I mean, it's incredibly hard to win 14 games in the hardest conference in all of college baseball. So, I mean, I don't see how we wouldn't, but that would definitely be my statement.
Tyler is next.
Hey, Sam. Will talked about kind of his favorite part about the 2021 group is the close knitness. I mean, how close you guys are, and you just mentioned the adversity. so much stuff you guys had to fight through to be so resilient. Is that kind of what how would you describe this 2021 group? If this is y'all's last time together, just the closeness and the togetherness.
Yeah, that's exactly how I would describe this group. I think resilience is a great word for it. I've been a part of teams before that haven't been this close, but people remember forever the teams they are part of that are as close as we are. We do everything together, even on our off days we're together. And we play for the guy right beside us, and so that's exactly how I describe this team: is close and resilient.
Do we have any more questions for Sam? Hey, thanks, Sam. I think we got them all.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, Coach, can you hear us okay?
Yes.
Thank you, Coach. If you could just open it up with a quick statement, and then we'll have questions for you.
Hey, congratulations to Tennessee. A great team. Really came out ready to play today and took it to us. And, their starter, Tidwell, was outstanding. He's going to be a real problem around the league the next couple of years. And, you play a legit top 5 team like Tennessee, and your margin for error is pretty slim. You got to really execute pitches consistently. You got to defend the field at a high level, and you got to string together some really good, tough at-bats. And I'm not sure we did well enough in any of those 3 areas today. So disappointed for our kids. That was our 7th game in 9 days against a legit top 15 opponent. And, with our situation and losing 2 weekend starters, knew it was going to be a challenge going into the game today. But I can't tell you how proud I am of this group. We've just got the best kids in the world from great families, and they love to play, and really strong intangibles. And regardless of what happens going forward, this has been as enjoyable of a group as I've ever been a part of, and really proud of the effort our kids gave throughout the year. They had every chance to point fingers and to flinch and to crack, and never really did. And, really hopeful, obviously, that we get to spend at least another week together.
All right, first question comes from James.
Yeah, hey, Coach. James Fletcher from the Tuscaloosa News. If you had to make your case to the committee on why you guys deserve a spot in the regionals, what would that case be?
Well, the first thing I'll say is I think the people on the committee have an incredibly difficult job. You're trying to compare teams that haven't played, and I try to put myself in their shoes. If I was on a gymnastics committee, I think it would be really hard to – it's hard to compare teams that haven't competed against each other, and everything doesn't just fit in a box or on a spreadsheet, So they have an incredibly difficult thing to do. I've been in this league 18 years as an assistant coach or head coach, and this is by far the best the league's ever been. I am exceptionally proud to have 14 league wins. That is so hard to do. I'm not going to apologize for our league record. I believe if you put teams like Arkansas and Vanderbilt and Tennessee and Florida and Mississippi State in these other leagues, their league records would look a lot different. I would love for some of these other bubble teams to go spend a lovely weekend in Vietnam. I would love for some of these bubble teams to go to Nashville and face Kumar Rocker and try to walk out of there with a win. Those things are incredibly hard to do. I thought Scott Strickland summed it up really well. We're clearly the best league in the country. We should have the most teams. We've also had a couple of guys that have been injured that are coming back, like Drew Williamson played today and hit a ball 100 miles an hour off the bat, and Jacob McNary and Brock Guffey are guys that missed. Brock missed 9 conference weekends. McNary missed 4, and those guys are healthy and pitched really well, against Mississippi State and down here. So, if we're trying to get the best teams in the postseason, if we're using the eye test, I think we're a 2 seed. I can tell you this: I think our league should have 12. There's no 2 seed that wants any part of Auburn's lineup. There's no 2 seed that wants to face Landon Marceau in game 1 of a regional, or Tyler Ross and Dylan Smith with Chase Lee and Landon Green behind them. Unfortunately, it's out of our control. We'll get online and figure out, what low D1 we need to be cheering for in their conference tournament. Really wish we had won another game or two. I hate the argument that LSU beat us in a series. It was at their place with full capacity, and we lost a one-run game on Friday night when we out hit them 13-5. But the reason we're talking about being on the bubble is we have some strong metrics like RPI and strength of schedule, and some other metrics that aren't as strong. So we'll, again, really difficult task that they have, and we'll hope for the best.
Tyler is next.
Hey, Coach Ben, Tom Martin at DamasCentral.com here. Just want to ask you guys about y'all's plans for Selection Monday. I know y'all probably take tomorrow off. Don't know if y'all get a practice in or not, but what's kind of the plans over the next couple of days for you guys?
Yeah, I don't have a plan for that right now. I was planning on playing Saturday and Sunday and taking Monday off. So, we'll get together here in the next few hours and get that figured out.
Head coach. Just making sure you don't have an additional question, Tyler.
Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Hey, Coach, thank you. I think we got them all.
Okay, guys. Appreciate you all.